Delegate Lasante's coming in. Delegate Johnson just came in. Got it. It says you're being live streamed now, so that's good.
Yeah, it's still downloading.
Yeah. Delegate Lasante's coming in. Delegate Johnson just came in. It says you're being live streamed now, so that's good.
Yeah, it's still downloading.
Yeah.
This one.
Delegate.
Uh-oh. I think I just turned it off.
It's not on live stream.
Can you call OIS?
It says mine says we're live on the live streaming service.
Yeah, well, I'm completely gone.
Do you need to call OIS and ask?
Okay. Is it on?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, let me go on the YouTube link.
You all are on, but I'm completely off.
Delegate
there I
Riley,
am.
we can see you and hear you.
There. Okay, there I am.
It is now. It's live. It's live.
Yeah, it's live. I just looked at the website. It's where it's on.
Okay. Well, I got something on here that I can't get rid of.
I'm seeing everyone on YouTube. I mean, I see you on YouTube as well, Delegate Riley.
Okay. All right. How do I know if it took us off of the? Okay, I don't have any feedback, so it should be good. All right. So everybody can hear me, and I can hear you. All good. All righty. Thank you for your patience there. Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. We're going to start with a word of prayer, and we have Delegate Susan McComas is going to do that for us. Everyone, bow your head.
Almighty God, please help the delegation make good decisions for Harford County and help us be able to connect with our constituents, considering we're still in the COVID lockdowns in various ways. So please help us connect with our constituents, our community, and with our colleagues to pass good legislation for the safety of our communities. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Delegate McComas. Now we're going to have actually Delegate Arkan lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America,
and to the republic
for
for
which
which it stands,
one
one nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So now everyone has the agenda for today. We're going to call to order and opening remarks from myself, Delegate Riley. So first subject on that would be our reception scholar dinner. So if the schools decide to let us, back into the schools, the colleges, and they do the program for the top 3 scholars, I'm hoping that we as a delegation will continue our reception for those folks. And in doing that, if that happens, we have to be prepared to send out our letters for donations, to request donations from our local businesses. So we would like to pick that back up. So I guess to do that, because last year, pretty much got canceled because of the pandemic, and it might have been the last 2 years. I think it's been 2 years almost. So I would like someone to, I suppose, make a motion to bring it back up. If the schools proceed and go through their program, that the delegation would continue and with our top students reception, which we had at the Harford Community College. So do I have a first on that?
I first that. I move to do what you just said.
Okay, and do I have a second?
second.
Okay, so the
Who
motion.
seconded?
Delegate Griffith, I believe.
Thank
So the
you.
motion was if the high schools continue with, pick up their program that they used to do for the top 3 scholars, then we, as a delegation, will make the commitment to actually have a reception for them to recognize their achievements. Okay, and now we take the vote. I guess, Cindy, if you could call.
Delegate McComas, You're muted.
There's just one comment, if I may make.
Yes.
I think the college does a wonderful job, and I think we need to double check to make sure that if we're allowed to do this, the schools that they will be the venue for us. That's the only thing. Just to
I
make sure
think,
that we've
yeah,
got
the
all
last
pieces
couple,
in place if it's a go.
yeah. Okay, yeah, the last couple of years we did have it there. It worked out very well. They were great partners with us. And it was very, very reasonable. So we actually saved money by doing it at the college, and they have the space, and it has worked well. So yes, I'm sorry, I guess that we're in discussion. So Delegate Lasanti.
Thank you. Just a quick question. I don't recall what the goal was of how much money we needed to raise. Just a good idea to know that, because hopefully we can be doing that in the interim to get prepared.
We actually send out the letters while we're here.
Right, right.
Yeah. So
About how much money how much did it cost though? I'm just trying
Cindy,
to figure
do you
out.
recall? I know you were for the delegation last year. Do you have any idea, ballpark? I can't remember. Was it
Of how much it costs?
2,000?
We haven't done it since I've been here. I mean, we planned for it, but
All right, well, we can look at that. I think
it
it's
cost a
less than
couple
thousand.
thousand. Cost
Yeah.
a couple
'Cause
thousand.
I know we send out letters of solicitation for sponsorships. So if we know what the goal is, we might be able to do that in advance too.
3 to 5.
Thank you.
Okay, actually, I had another assistant came in and she says, in the past, it could be run anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000.
Very good. Okay, thanks. I know it was reasonably priced.
Oh, okay. Correction, 2,500 to 3,000. Yeah, I was thinking 2 originally, but she said 25 to 3. And before it used to be 5 scholars, and we reduced it a couple years back to do the top 3. And that cut down on cost for us. So now the schools send us the top 3. Okay, so I guess Delegate McComas.
Yeah, just for background, it used to be in the dark ages, we would actually have a nice dinner at
Yes,
level, and
Yes.
then that just got to be very prohibitive.
Mhm.
So we switched to the college, and that's worked very well, and people have been very happy with it. Unfortunately, prices keep going up, so we had to do that. So we had to kind of discontinue it. But a lot of our major businesses in the county have been very, very supportive year in, year out. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a lift to try to do that. The only thing we need to do is just make sure it's done, so we're not competing with the Alcesti Award, because that seems to be, we've had that problem a couple times in the dark ages. So just to let you know.
Not since I've had. But
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
Yeah, we do work out with the schools, and we try to look at the calendars. Sometimes there's a conflict with their senior projects or what have you, that, because they are seniors in the high schools. But yes, Delegate McComas, thank you for your comments. It was great back in the day when we had a full dinner. But over time, we found out that the little reception, and actually the seniors, at least the last couple of years we had it, they actually appreciated that too, because they have so much going on, and they like the fact that we just had the appetizers and the awards, and we were in and out. So thank you for that comment. Delegate Griffith, did you have a comment? No? Okay. All right, I don't see anything else, so thank you for the discussion. We'll pick up back on the votes.
Delegate Arakan,
Yes.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes.
Delegate Johnson,
Yes.
Delegate Lasanti,
Aye.
Delegate Shalega,
Yes.
Delegate Riley.
Yes?
The motion passes.
Okay. And what was the vote count?
7 yeses, 1 absent.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Next order of business that I had is to actually discuss the staff. The delegation staff would like to meet with all of your delegate staff personnel just to go over, office maintenance stuff, which would include citations and such, and the process of what we're going to do during, the session this year via, Zoom and all those things. So they want to have a meeting. So if they could respond to our office sometime, I guess, by tomorrow. Well, no, we wanted it today at 3 if they could. So if we have to do it via Zoom, because I'm not sure if your staff are here in Annapolis or your staff are home. So we could either do it in person here in the caucus room, possibly, if
We do
everybody's
have the
here.
caucus room set up for 10:30 if people are here in the building.
Okay. Or then the rest we could do via Zoom, but she would need to know that to set up the link and then send that out. So if you could please respond and let them know if you're going to be available tomorrow. It's 10:30 in the caucus conference room. And then those that cannot be there, maybe we can work something out that they can join us on Zoom. All right, so please do that. Next order of business would be our liquor bills. I'm not sure. I know that I have one Harford County liquor bill. I know that Delegate Johnson let me know yesterday that he has 4 Harford County liquor bills possibly coming up. So we need to get them like in the process right away. And so I'm asking if you have any liquor bills that will be delegation bills, that is, then if you would please give us a copy of your blueback of the actual bill. We will scan those, send them to our liquor control board in Harford County. And then they can give us, because they have to also meet as well to look over the bill and let us know if they support it or they do not support it, what have you. So we need the time to do that. If you haven't already individually contacted the liquor board on your own, the delegation will do that for you, but we need a copy of the bill. They meet, they vote, then they send their letter, and then we can get these on the agenda. So hopefully by the 3rd week, normally sometimes if we have a lot of them, depends how many we have, we like to get started on the 2nd week, some of our liquor bills, because we do know on these liquor bills, we do have folks in the community and folks here like lobbyists that come in and would like to speak about the bill as well, whether they support it or they oppose it. So we have to have time for them to join us on the meeting and to have their 10-minute discussion with us. So if you please let the office know how many liquor bills you have and send us a copy if you have them already. And because we have to get them through the system fairly quickly, because if you do remember, I know, Delegate Employer is very aware of this. ECM starts their liquor day early on. It's usually like sometime in February, mid-February. So we have to have all those ready for that. So keep that in mind. We'll move on down to old business. Old business was that we did have minutes. Normally our first meeting, we have to approve our minutes, but we don't have to do that because we actually approved those minutes on 3/25/21. So we have no minutes to approve at this time. What we got? Okay, let's see, what do we have here? All right, we're going into new business. We have the citations and the usage of stamps. Since we're still kind of in and out of being here in Annapolis, it would be very convenient if our delegation secretary could still make use of the stamps for the citations only, which we have written approval from the speaker that the stamps can be used and they are only used for citation purposes. So it would be nice if we could do that. Also to keep the flow of folks going in and out of our offices as well. So we need that in writing, an email from you to give the delegation secretary the approval to use your stamp for the citations purposes. And if you could please send that as soon as possible, would be greatly appreciated as well. We're looking to do our Aegis editorial letters as well. I'd like to pick that back up. We've done that in the last several years and it's been very, very helpful. And it seems like people do like that. We'll send a list, but the problem right now, again, like any other place, then nobody answers the phone. Nobody gets back to you from the Aegis or the Sun. So we're still working on getting that contact and hopefully we'll be able to pick up the doing the articles and we'll pass that out. might be easier if we get it at the last minute to just, do the same list that we had last year and then work it out between each other's if you have to switch. We're going to move on to, we have some guests with us today. And Neil, Christopher, are you on the line?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Neil is the Training Institute Program Manager of the ARC Northern Chesapeake Region. So welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And he has a couple other folks may be on the line with him that are going to speak to the delegation this morning. And Neil, I would just let you introduce those that are, in your presence, or if they're online in another location. To do that, we have about 10 minutes for your presentation. And then, so welcome. Thank you. Look forward to hearing.
Thank you for the opportunity and welcome to Calendar Day. We hope you all have your calendars. We know that's a big deal. My orange tie is not actually a shout out to a certain senator. It's a reminder that Calendar Day is an ARC Maryland tradition that goes back over 30 years. And it surpasses Facebook as a way of keeping track of the birthdays of your friends and colleagues. And other important dates, such as Developmental Disabilities Days at the Legislature, which is the 22nd of February, 2/22/22, and the date of the ARC NCR's annual gala. So thanks for letting us be part of this meeting. I'd like to share some issues with you that are important to us in this session, and then have our team introduce themselves and share why these issues are important. We promise to be respectful of your time. Most importantly is adequate funding for community supports, full funding of all mandates, and additional funds to ensure stable quality systems. Like all employers, we're struggling to hire. We need to be able to attract people so that we can serve the people that we're entrusted with. We need to have a good staff. We need to have continual staff. We need to reduce turnover and be able to reward people. The people that we support require many different ways to be active in the community. Sometimes we work with them at work. Sometimes we work with them in social situations. And we need the support staff to be able to do that so that they feel like they're included in the community. We also are looking for equitable access to services and supports. We're looking at the Developmental Disabilities Agency's waiting list and autism service waiver. It would be great if we could end the wait and provide services to those who are found eligible. We're looking at transitioning youth that are coming now from post-secondary education. For the group that we support goes through age 21 and they're leaving high school. So we're looking to improve DOORS, DDA, and other post-high school support. We're looking at education and children's services, access to quality, inclusive, and education with proper accommodations, and the elimination of seclusion and restraint in our schools. And we're also looking at competitive and integrated employment. I'd like to see a state hiring mandate that says the state will hire a certain percentage of people with different abilities for all state positions for which they're qualified. I'd like to turn it over now to Josh and let Josh talk about what having support means to him. Josh, are you ready?
I'm ready, Neil. My name is Josh Delclose. Excuse me. I am a president of People First, which is a self-advocacy group for the ARC Northern Chesapeake. I'm also a board member at the ARC Northern Chesapeake. And I would like to talk to you today about funding. I have been receiving services from the ARC for over 60 years. I receive support services through the ARC, which allows me to be part of the community. They take me out to my doctor appointments, ARC meetings, and other important activities. It's really important because over the years, I have had incredible turnover rate in terms of staffing. During the pandemic, I had a pro support person who helped me plan my meetings for People First, and he left because of lack of funding. So it's really important to me and other people in my community that we have better funding for everybody so we can all retain staff. I thank you for your time. you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh. Mark, could you share some of your experiences with the group?
Hi, everybody. My name is Mark Wickheiser. I actually work in employment services, and right now I'm actually involved in personal support for Mr. Michael Wilson. So I support him both in his job at Areas, which is a rest stop, and I support him in his personal life. So I've really enjoyed the experience getting to work with Michael and getting to see him blossom as an individual and grow a lot more confidence in his abilities to, you know, navigate forward in life.
Michael, can you tell us a little bit about what you're expecting from this session?
I am Mike Wilson. The Administrative Region, the Mark, Maria, and Maria. Thank the man for everyone for everything they've done for me. So happy day. Care me, support from the ARC. That was my good friends in the ARC. Being my support. And I love as friends, they did a great job taking care of me. I appreciate the ARC. I have a job that helped me to get my job. Maria, Miranda, Stenneman, and Mark. They all work together with the ARC. I thank you for everything they've done. Thank you, my support staff. Thank you, I am part of the program. I'm very grateful.
Thank you, Michael. And Angela's here with me. She'd like to tell you about her program.
Hi, I'm Angela Sittler. I'm Family Support Services Manager here at the ARC. I help families throughout Harford and Cecil, and sometimes we get families from other jurisdictions calling in to get help. We have a no wrong door policy, meaning anyone who calls, whether they're a family member, an individual with a differing ability or without, help them find resources throughout the community. A lot of the families that I have are on these waiting lists and they're trying to find services to help them with their families, either with school or with supports in the home or employment, or they're a new diagnosis and they have nowhere to go, don't know what to do. And we kind of help them connect to resources and help them with any kind of find funding if there is any to find.
Thank you, Angela. And now I'd like to reach out to the delegates. What do you see as the opportunities in this session for all constituents, and particularly those who are differently able?
Okay, Cindy, do you see those that have their hands raised? I know we do have one of our delegates, Delegate Mike Griffith, who actually received one of your awards. So, and I do see he has his hand up. So Delegate Griffith. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. I was raising my hand and lowering my hand. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Madam Chair and Neil, and then to all the folks of the ARC who's on the call today. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for speaking and advocating on your own behalf. And I know it's been a really, really tough few years for you. Last year I was able to get a bill through 716, which doesn't directly support the ARC, but certainly support special needs for the requiring IEPs to be done in person, even if we're in a state of emergency, and if the school systems will not pay for it, we're not provided, they must pay for it through a third party. So that was, that certainly set things on a certain course. I put a bill in last year trying to deal with transitioning students as an emergency bill, got out of rules, unfortunately died. That would have required the school systems for anyone with an IEP to give them the option to repeat a grade if they are graduating or aging out. Unfortunately, Legislative Services gave it a $400 million physical note, which is absurd. That's assuming that every single kid with an IEP in the state of Maryland would opt to repeat, which I don't think was even close to realistic. So we're going to try to find some solutions for transitioning students again this year. And I've already spoke to Sean. We're trying to identify some, time is short now, but we're trying to identify some opportunities to see if there's any bond bills we can put in to support the ARC throughout the county, Harford and Cecil County, as it reaches the entire upper Chesapeake region. And of course, any type of increase in funding that comes down, I'm certainly going to support. I know there's been advocacy for the last few years to have that 4% bump versus the 2%. And if we can, get that through, I'm certainly going to support that. So thank you for everything you do for our special needs community.
Okay, thank you, Delegate Griffith. I also, I guess, over the last several years, I've been working on some legislation to add additional school psychologists. The ratio is extremely low, and we know that the school psychologists, due to laws, that they deal with these children that have IEPs. And I'm sure that every ARC child student that goes to our schools, has an IEP. And we just need more school psychologists to help with that backlog. So I'll be working on that as well. And I'm grateful that Delegate Griffith is now in Ways and Means. He can help us a little bit, nudge things along. So we're excited about that. And I do see, let me say too, and I'm sure this is on behalf of the entire delegation, especially to Josh and Michael, thank you for your testimony today. Thank you for joining us and letting us know a little bit about your story and the struggles that you're making. And we certainly will do our best to try to push legislation and things within the budget that deal with the ARC, with disabilities in general. So thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I see Delegate McComas has her hand up. Delegate McComas.
I will be brief. Just want to say that there is a tremendous budget surplus this year, and I think everybody's got their wish lists out. And so I just want to encourage the developmental disability community to make sure that you lobby the folks on appropriations, as well as the Speaker and the President, Speaker of the House and President of the Senate, because I think they all have other possible ideas what they want to do. And I think that historically, what I have seen is that I think the alcohol tax that was passed under Governor O'Malley was supposed to go, some of that was supposed to go to the developmental disability community, and it never did. So I think if basically you have to get the leadership on board because the leadership controls what happens ultimately, because it's from them, the chairmanships are set up and everything else. So I just want to really encourage the developmental disability community to really zone in on the leadership and work with them, because that's really important to get their buy-in. And I wish you all good luck, and I'm glad that you are enjoying the help that you do get, and I realize we do need to increase that, but that's just my advice. So take care.
Okay, I see Delegate Lasanti.
Thank you very much, and thank you everybody, Michael, Josh, everybody. You did a great job today. My focus is this year really is specifically on those with hearing impairments. Interestingly enough, we do not have very much data in the state as to how many adults are undercovered as far as access to hearing aids. So that might be something that you could help us with, even with some data that you may have access to. So thank you.
Thank you, Delegate Lasanti. And also, now that she came up, we also have the privilege of having Delegate Lasanti on Ways and Means to help us out. So thank you. Great benefit there. And we also have from Cecil, we have Delegate Hornberger. So there's several of us on this call that represent Harford and Cecil. So he is also on there. And I know that we have good representation, working on our behalf for our county. So thank you. Do I see any other hands for Mr. Neal and his guest? Okay, no, well, thank you, Neal, for joining us today, and all the others, Josh, Angela, Mark, Michael, thank you. We appreciate it. And all of our doors and our phones are open. So if there's something that you need to talk to each of us individually, please, call our offices, set up a meeting. We're all happy to speak with you. If you see something particular that, comes through the legislature on a particular bill, our doors are open. So thank you again. And as Susan Delegate McComas said, good luck, and we hope to see you throughout the session. And we will certainly be proud to lobby for anything that the ARC would possibly need from us. So thank you again.
We thank
I think
we thank you for the opportunity, and more importantly, we thank you for the support. It's very much appreciated.
you're welcome. And maybe we'll see everybody on ARC Day.
Yep.
So thank you. Okay, I think we are just about done the entire agenda. I just want to remind the delegation, please have your staff respond to the staff meeting tomorrow in the caucus room at 10:30. If they can't make it, send that information ASAP so that we can get some Zoom available for them if they can't make it in person. They're not here in Annapolis today or for tomorrow. And then also for the delegation, please, if you have those liquor bills, please get them to the delegation secretary as soon as possible so that we can send them directly to the Harford County Liquor Control Board to get their opinion on those. And then we can get them on our agenda and notify those that may be for or against so that they can come and speak before the delegation. And again, that's of high importance because those bills come up quickly. And ECM wants our letters of support as a delegation before they actually put them, get them a hearing. So it's very important to get those bills to us. Again, not only liquor bills, but if you have any other Harford County delegation bills, they are as important as well. But we will most likely take up the liquor bills first, and then we'll do the others. So we have a little bit more time for those. So do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
We
Who
have a-
seconded?
Delegate Johnson.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on Zoom next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.